As huge fans of LEGO Castle, we have some hopes for new sets in 2025. Unfortunately, LEGO Castle is not an actual theme, so we have to rely on other themes to give us our castle fix. Now, while there are some glimpses of hope in January and possibly in the summer, it could be a pretty thin year for LEGO Castle. But LEGO may have teased a new castle set for the summer of 2025 on one of their January releases. I'll show you more about that in this video. Since LEGO Castle isn't a theme and hasn't been for about a decade, we do have to rely on other themes like icons, creator, ideas, Harry Potter, Disney, the collectible minifigs, and even the Bricklink development program in order to get castle sets. And as I mentioned, there's not a lot going on in January when it comes to castle sets, but there are some offerings, especially when we analyze the Bricklink developer program. Over at the BDP, as I call it, the Forest Stronghold will ship out in March of 2025 for those who ordered it this past October. Now, Series 4, which will go up for sale in February, includes two intriguing options in the medieval seaside market and the siege encampment. The latter provides a unique set that LEGO hasn't given us in a long time, a small battle-oriented build that represents a camp setting and lots of different mini builds. There are 9 minifigs in this set: a cart, a trebuchet, siege cart, battering ram, tents, and some stalls. The seaside market provides a more civilian viewpoint on medieval life and a traditional castle build. It also comes with a decent number of minifigs, it looks like 7, and some fantastic pieces. Coming up after that is Series 5, which will be available for purchase in June and contains the Adventures in Transylvania, a 4,000 piece behemoth of a set that has 13 minifigs. And finally, there is Series 6, which will give us the Outlaw Forest Den, and that will be available for ordering in November, and heavily features one of my favorite castle sub-themes, the Wolf Pack. These are some fantastic looking castle designs, but there are some issues with this. Number one, they are fan-designed products, not LEGO designed, which means they may have some structural issues compared to what we expect in normal LEGO sets. Furthermore, these are all pretty large. I think the smallest one is just over 2,000 pieces, meaning they're gonna be in that $200, $250 range at the minimum, and possibly even more than that with the Adventures in Transylvania set. So it's not going to be something that many people can afford, and on top of that, these sets are only available in limited quantities. Series 3 had up to 30,000 copies available for people to purchase, and the purchase window is not like a normal LEGO set. You only get up to 3 to 4 weeks, depending on how long supplies last, and the Forest Stronghold sold out pretty quickly, so if you snoozed, you lost. And so that's not maybe the ideal way of getting LEGO Castle sets, so what are our other options in 2025? Checking out the collectible minifigs, LEGO has shown us the Series 27 minifigs, which includes a Wolfpack Beastmaster. Now, we've discussed that minifig in an earlier video, and we're pretty excited about it, and this one is affordable, but it may be hard to find in stores given that you have different apps that can scan the barcodes to tell you which minifig it is, and if there's high demand, people might pick those out first. In 2024, LEGO Ideas did give us the D&D Castle, but looking at the approved idea sets for 2025, so far, nothing is medieval related. Icons also isn't looking too great, as there are no rumored castle-related sets in the lineup, and the Lion Knight's Castle, which was released in August 2022, and the Medieval Town Square, released in March of 2024, had about an 18-month gap, so we might not see an Icons castle set again until 2026. There is Harry Potter, which I know not everybody likes as a medieval castle theme, but they do give us some castle builds. In particular, we have the Great Hall from this past year, and in the summer of 2025, we're anticipating, based on rumors, that there will be a large main tower set, which would be great, but I know some people don't like it that it's not medieval themed and it's tan instead of light or dark gray, and also a lot of the builds that they have for the Harry Potter sets tend to have lots of archways and open spaces, which aren't really great for those adult fans of Lego, but it is something, and I will give you that. This leaves one theme left, creator. Now, if you're familiar with LEGO Castle, you know that we are having the medieval castle retire at the end of this year, and that has been around for 3 years. At $99 and 1,450 pieces, this has been a great set for castle fans. We have one, we love it. It's been great to assimilate that actually into our piece collections that we could build other medieval things. But if you go on Rebrickable, you can see people combining 2, 3, 4 copies of this set and building absolutely massive castles. So the hope is that we might get in 2025 a replacement for the medieval castle. Now, in the January releases, we're not seeing that. We are at this point seeing a green dragon, which could be medieval related, but not an actual castle. But if you probe a little bit deeper, that green dragon, which is 715 pieces and might work really well in a medieval layout, you'll notice there is a castle in the background of that box. So does this mean that we are getting a replacement for sure in 2025 because of this little teaser image? Well, no. If you take a look at the red dragon released in 2024, there's a castle on that. It has 2 towers. It's got some pink tops to it. And there's nothing that suggests that we're going to see that in Lego set form. We didn't see anything in 2024 when it comes to that one, so I'm not going to get too excited or get my hopes up too much with an image on a box. However, does that mean that we have no hope for Lego Castle? Not so fast, because according to rumors that I've seen on Reddit, we are indeed getting a $120 Medieval Knights castle in the summer of 2025. Now, those details could be completely incorrect. I don't trust a lot of rumors or leaks until more is known, and certainly until we get closer to a release date, but that is an encouraging sign. We don't know piece count, we don't know what faction it might include, but at $120, if it's based off of something similar to the medieval castle that was $100 and 1,400 pieces plus, I would anticipate this being in that ballpark of 1,500, 1,600 pieces. We know that Creator does tend to give us a pretty good value in terms of the pieces that we get, and any sort of castle strikes me as a really promising option to build something big, to maybe build some smaller types of castle layouts, and get better pieces for building castles into your piece collection. Of course, that set is just a rumor. Again, take it with a big grain of salt, but at this point, our options for 2025 are limited to a collectible minifig, as well as some Bricklink development program sets, which tend to be really expensive, hard to get, and if they get to the secondary market, super expensive to buy. So I'm really hoping that there's something to this rumor about the Creator Castle in 2025. What are you hoping to get in 2025 in terms of Lego Castle? Put that down in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and always remember to keep building together.